97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock.
Hello, this is Michael Spedden, and thanks for joining us today on the 97underground.com Michael Spedden Interviews channel here on YouTube. There have been many requests from both listeners and guests for us to make available our artist interviews so they can listen again or share with others. You can find us on YouTube at 97underground Michael Spedden. Remember, the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show, can be heard on 97underground.com every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Not only do I feature artist interviews, I feature songs you forgot you liked, classics that never die, beloved local, regional, up-and-coming, and underground artists. You can listen anytime, anywhere by downloading our free app from 97underground.com. Just do it. And now, today's episode. Hey, thanks for tuning in today. Our guest today is Will Sims. He's a singer, songwriter, musician from the Maryland area. He came by to give us a few songs to spin and to tell us about getting out on the road this year. So sit back and enjoy. It's a great interview. Here we are on the Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show here on 97underground.com, Baltimore's pure rock worldwide. And today we have a guest. I've just been a guest on his podcast, and I just had an absolute blast. Really enjoyed talking to him, and he could have gone and gotten some lunch and come back, and I was still bah, 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 bah. Will Sims is here, everybody, the host of the Who is Will Sims podcast, and also songwriter, singer, musician. Welcome, Will. Good to see you today. How are you doing?
Good to see you too, man. It was a blast having you on.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. So, what's new with you? You know, what's going on here? I've been listening to your songs. You've sent me some of your material. What's been going on?
Mostly been trying to play out, promote the music. I've got gigs booked all throughout the year. A lot of stuff here in Maryland, but also I'll be branching out some other places on the East Coast, like North Carolina, and actually going to hit Georgia for the first time this year.
Is that right? That's great. What part of Georgia do you know yet?
It's Augusta, so it's like right across that North Carolina-Georgia line, but
sure, okay.
Still counts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's Georgia regardless. You know, you cross that line, you don't have much of a choice. There you are, you know. So, well, good. It's good that you're getting out and everything. Have you done much traveling before? Is this kind of your first venture out of state, or have you been doing this for a while?
I have done it before in other bands, or like previous bands. We've traveled, you know, driven like 5 hours and played an empty bar, you know, like here and there. You know, we played some really cool ones, but it's just one of those things where, like at the time, it's just exciting to go out on the road, and it's a little different. You know, this is, you know, I'm getting paid to go do these gigs, and that's a big help, especially when you're trying to, you know, fund your own recording and promotion and stuff like that. So it's been quite an experience, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
It is great, and that feeling of anticipation, especially going to some areas that you've never performed in before. How are they going to react? How many people are going to be there? It's got to be very exciting. You know, I mean, it's probably going through your mind the whole way there. You know. Yeah,
I mean, some of these places look really cool too. They look like real music venues that have like a stage, you know, and and like, you know, lights and stuff. Whereas like sometimes you go a place and they're like, yeah, you're going to be over there, you know, in that corner.
Yeah, that's awful. That's been there and done that before too. Or, oh, that's right, we forgot you were coming.
Right.
And then having a place, and level one is they have a PA and lights, but they're like crappy. They keep blowing the fuse, and then the next level is actually having it good.
Yeah,
it's kind of a tough thing when you get it, especially too, and it's got to be frustrating, I guess. You know, coming in off the road, you finally get there, and the production's garbage, and you really have nowhere to stand and perform. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I bring my own PA with me too, just in case. Like,
sure.
You know, that way, if I got to throw up my own speakers and run my own sound, I can do that.
Oh, good. It's good to be self-reliant like that, because you just never know nowadays, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that I've acquired a lot of technical skills over the years. I work in event production, so I learned a lot about audio and video and lighting and stuff, so it's allowed me to do a lot more than, you know, just the music side of it.
Well, great. Well, let's spin a tune. What would you like to play for us first?
Let's do Move It or Lose It first, because that one's a real banger.
Out on the road again, it's, as we were saying, it's always very exciting. How many people are you taking with you? Are you just doing this solo, or are you taking your band with you?
So initially they were solo acoustic gigs. I've actually got my buddy Taylor. He plays keyboards.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like, I love, I don't mind watching acoustic act. I love playing solo acoustic, but I feel like for most listeners, even for me, sometimes just a guy standing there playing acoustic can be a little boring or a little mundane. So having Tay there to kind of lay down the keys and, when there's an instrumental part, you can go nuts and do some cool stuff. And yeah, he's a great guy. I've had him on the podcast too, and he's got his own little studio too, Scotch studio that he does some recording in too.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Where did you record your material?
So the album that all these songs that I gave you are on was actually recorded up in just outside of Hershey in a town called Palmyra. And yeah, I some friends of mine that recorded up there. I'd met the person that was running the studio, and it was just one of those things where I'd book a day. I'd go up with like a drummer. We'd record a bunch of drum parts, and then I'd get either I'd write all the rest of the stuff myself, or I'd get one of my friends to come in and write the guitars and the bass parts. And sadly, that studio closed down during COVID.
Oh,
so we kind of had to finish getting the record mixed at Tony Corelli's studio in Middle River.
Oh, sure. What's the name of that studio?
Deep End Studio.
That's right. I've heard of that before. Yeah, it's a good studio from what I hear.
Yeah, he just he was in one spot, and then he actually just built a whole new studio not far from the old spot, and it's really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Have you worked with him much, or was this your first time?
I started working with him right at the end of my last band. We needed to get our record mixed, and that was around 2014, 2015. We first started working with him, but he's been in the scene for years, helping working with local bands, and just helping put out great music.
There's a lot of studios around, a lot of legendary ones in this area too that have just really done great things for people, and you really got to go in there with somebody who knows what they're doing. That can really work. That can go the opposite way too.
I know a lot of people that have tried to just record it themselves, and a lot of times you can tell like the just the lack of, I guess I would say, the lack of experience in the recording realm. There's only so much you're going to be able to do the first time, but I mean, a lot of people, they get there over time, like they can, there's nothing wrong with trying to learn that process.
Let's hear another one from you. What would you like to play for us next?
The song To Remind You.
Okay. Any significance to it?
Well, it's actually written about the struggle that most musicians have when they kind of feel like we're really going somewhere with this, but there's always someone in the band that wants to kind of drag the whole experience down, and they're kind of they're not happy with what's happening, or they disagree with your decisions, and it's just kind of about that frustration you deal with from your bandmates.
Chance to reach out.
you are based in Maryland. Where are you mostly playing locally?
I've been playing a lot. I mean, I've got gigs booked all over Maryland. Like I've been playing in Westminster at a place called Raphael's Restaurant. I've got gigs booked up like in Havre de Grace at Coakley's, and
oh, sure.
Not far from there is Fifth Company Brewing, which I've played at a few times. I just played there the other night.
Oh, is that right?
The biggest thing right now, I think, is Maryland Day Festival, which is March 23rd, and that'll be down in Power Plant Live. And that's going to be just like a big local festival with tons of Maryland-based bands and, you know, vendors and food trucks and all the goodness that we will be throwing out there to celebrate Maryland. And then and yeah, you know, I've been working it, just kind of breaking into some new spots. I've recently got in with this place called Pariah Brewing. It's kind of in North Baltimore. And then you know, there's a place called Crooked Crab Brewing, which is in Odenton. And then I just got in with this place called Toots, which is down in Hollywood, Maryland, which is like down almost down near Virginia. But
yeah. You go to Hollywood, Maryland, you just about run out of Maryland by the time you get down there.
yeah.
That's a bit of a hike. What is that? The Calvert County or St. Mary's, maybe?
Yeah, it's about a 2-hour drive for me. It's like you almost could just go to Ocean City with that drive, you know. But
it seems like there's a lot. Those are really getting to be popular nowadays. It seems like wineries and breweries are just popping up like dandelions all over the place.
Well, I mean, you know, like I think that there's, you know, I guess there's like a want for that kind of, you know, unique experience. And I mean, every time I go to Fifth Company Brewing, they're stepping their game up. I just played there last night. You know, they had like a full menu. There was a ton of people there. They're doing all kinds of cool events. So, you know, I think if they're ambitious enough, they can do some really cool stuff.
Oh yeah, including murder mysteries, by the way. And I'll just interject that real quick here. April 12th, the Foul Players of Perryville at Fifth Company Brewing. Now back to Will. The thing I like about it too is that they've got that like almost like a wall of beer.
Yeah, I like the places that have the cards, and like, you know, if you just want to try a little bit of everything, you can try it, and then you can get as much of it as you want. You don't have to like pay for a whole drink if you just want to get a half a drink, you know. Those I like those style places.
You can sample it, you know, you can kind of work your way through and find exactly what you want to drink the rest of the night, which is good.
Yeah, or you could be crazy and do the kamikaze where you just mix all of them together into some crazy concoction.
Oh my, yeah, I know. With all, I just imagine what you could come up with there. You know, when we were kids, we used to do that with sodas at 7-Eleven, you know, but
yeah, when I used to go to Chuck E. Cheese's, that was the move. Just like go down.
It really shows a lot of, and the people, you know, the crowds that go there, there's all kinds of events at these things. I mean, there's always something going on that's interesting or unique. And I think it really breathes a lot of new air or breathes new life into the music scene too. I mean, because they're always looking for entertainment, you know, local entertainment and local, any kind of acts or anything really, have something for people to enjoy while they're drinking. Let's hear another one from you.
This next song is called "Where Are You Now." So "Where Are You Now" is an incredible collaboration between me and my good friend Joe Ruggiero, who's an amazing guitar player and an amazing writer. And we kind of started the song a while back, and I knew that I wanted to finish it for this record. And it's really just kind of about like, no matter how much you kind of grow and evolve as a person, like you can't really go back and like, you know, fix your past mistakes.
Yep. Don't we know that? Don't we know that? Interesting. Well, let's give her a spin. This is "Where Are You Now?"
I wish I could see the future, so I know what to do with you. I'd give every bit of my existence just to get something from person you met and knew. I've come further than you can realize. My spirit is broken through. Where are you now? I need you to fix this. Where are you now? I know I deserve this. I'll give you a piece of my mind. I'll follow my instincts and unleash these words, if only to accuse you of all of your crimes. Against my heart, save me from this suicide. Constantly fading, I know I have lied. These words are an anchor you dropped in my life. Drag me down if I could turn back the clock. I would change nothing, I accept my fate and all my regrets. So where are you now? I need you to fix me. Where are you now? I need you to fix this. Come on, take my hand, don't look back now. You're the one I could never let go of. Where are you now? I know I deserve this. I'll give you anything. I'll show you everything. I'll fix my own mistakes. I'll kill this endless
Well, Will, I mean, it's been great to catch up and talk to you and listen to your material here. I mean, really great stuff. So tell us where we can find out about you, your material, where you're playing, any other information you'd like to share. Go.
So my website is whoiswillsims.com, and pretty much all of my socials are like Who is Will Sims.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty easy to find me on like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's
Mm-hmm.
all Who is Will Sims. And yeah, I'm on Spotify, I'm on Apple Music, pretty much everywhere you can stream music. I got music videos on YouTube. And yeah, I'm going to be playing out a lot. So I'll be all over Maryland this year, and
Mm-hmm.
and traveling and hitting the road as well.
Well, great. It sounds excellent. It sounds like you've got a good year planned ahead of you here. So your YouTube and everything, most of the things are Who is Will Sims. If you go to YouTube, you'll find it there, and Facebook and all the other socials you have. Who is Will Sims will get you to you, right?
Yes.
Okay, great, great. Well, Will, thank you for coming by and joining us today. Again, it's been a real pleasure speaking to you and catching up. And Nice to hear your voice, since I didn't really allow that to happen when you interviewed me. So
No,
I've
man,
enjoyed it.
You know,
Well, thank you.
Made my job easy.
Yeah, exactly. So, folks, here he is. It's Will Sims. Who is Will Sims? Well, you just found out a little bit, but use that to look up all of his stuff and his music and everything and his podcasts, and you'll find some great stuff there, guaranteed. So we'll be back right after these words. You're listening to The Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show on 97underground.com, Baltimore's Pure Rock Worldwide.
The best in pure rock worldwide. 97underground.com.
And thanks again for listening to 97 Underground, the Michael Spedden Interviews, and we hope you enjoyed today's show. Remember, download the free app from 97underground.com so you can listen to us wherever you go. The Back of the Rack, the Michael Spedden Show, can be heard on 97underground.com every Tuesday from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Listen anytime, anywhere. Metal. Worldwide metal, 24/7. 97underground.com.